Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Baby, I'm here with a dream. And I don't know what it is. Like, this dream is just kind of like, is stuck to me. Even though I truly don't feel like it's for me. I don't know who this is for. But it's like, I don't know, but you never know. I don't know. I might be tripping. You know what I'm saying? I might be tripping. I might be tripping. But let's get into it. I've said that several times. Sometimes I don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every message don't be for me, but sometimes I be thinking it's not for me, and then lo and behold, baby, it was for me. Okay, but anyways, let's get into this dream. In this dream, I have the knowing that I just got a car. Okay, I just bought me a vehicle, and I am sliding down the street in my big body. Okay, that is legit what I'm doing in this dream, driving around in this car. I go to a gas station, but I noticed that gas station is overpriced. And the interesting thing about this is, like, I just literally, when I was sitting down in the chair, was thinking about what I was reminded. God reminded me about how when you don't have your own method to get around, you have to just do with what you have around you. You know what I'm saying? But when you have your own method to go wherever you want to go and do what you want to do, you gonna go to stores that you like. You know what I'm saying? You may have to settle for the grocery store up the street, and you may have to settle for the closest this, the closest that, the closest pharmacy, even though they don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't know you or whatever. I just feel like that's what was going on. Like, at first I stopped at that one because it was the closest one to me, and then I thought to myself, like, wait, this is high. And I looked at the how much gas I had. I said, nah, boo, we rolling. We can go to the other one. We can go to the one we know about, the one we know about that we had to can't tell nobody. Okay. So I'm cruising, just cruising, just cruising, and just cruising. And for those of you that don't know me, I know all the back streets in Houston. I know how to get it everywhere. I know how to get from the southwest to the north side, taking straight back streets. I was cruising. Anyways, I get to the second gas station. And this gas station is it's like weird because it's like it's in a position where it's hanging over a cliff. Like, it is literally hanging over a cliff. And the cliff is, how do I describe it? It's kind of like when when I'm pumping the gas in. I gotta cut this fan off. I can't. I just can't. My eyes starting to water and burn, and the fan is just doing this thing, and I can't. Okay, anyways. So, the gas station is positioned in a, like, I'm sorry, y'all, but my eyes is watering, and I prefer to just go ahead and get it over with, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, the gas station is positioned in an area where it's kind of like a cliff, which is very strange, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all why it's strange, because typically ain't no cliffs in Houston. Like, ain't really like no cliffs like that. We like, Houston is basically flat land. The only hill that is known is the hill that is in the park that is in a medical center, and they like flatten that. Okay, they flatten that. It used to be bigger than that, according to, certain peoples that was alive during that time. But the police were upset because they said the hippies used to like to go up there and do their thing, so they cut the hill down so that they wouldn't be able to go up there and relax no more. Anywho, I'm at this gas station and I'm pumping gas in my car, and I look down, and it's like, I ain't even really have to look down like that. It's a cliff right there, and I can see where it's like grass, and it's a lot of like clouds. It's like pink purplish clouds mixing together, and it's like I'm looking like, what is that? I'm like, is that the clouds? I was like, that is pretty, and I'm looking at it, but I'm not trying to get too close because I don't want to fall. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fall over. You know what I'm saying? It's not a situation. It's not a situation where I want to get too close to the edge because it's a cliff. And depending on how deep the cliff is, you might take yourself up out of here. You get too close to the edge. So I'm basically just looking. Anyways, so I see someone that it's like I made a new friend or something like that. This other woman that's there. And she is just at this gas station beating people left and right. But anyways, she asked me to take down her number. However, when I get ready to take down her number, I see I already got it, okay, on a piece of paper. And I'm like, okay, I got her number. Alexa, stop. Alexa, please stop. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, this message is so interrupted. Okay, anyways, I don't know if it's just the devil don't want this one to get out. It is taking me so long, and I am keeping it in there because I feel like it's gonna be something. It's gonna come some kind of way. Anyways, sorry, y'all. I had to unplug her because she gonna start playing music. And baby, okay, I can have the eyes watering is fine. Her telling the weather is fine. But somebody's trying to play my video is not okay. Okay? That is where I draw the line. That is where I draw the line. Anyways, okay. Stay focused, Star. Okay. Okay. So I already got her number in my car. I already have her number in my car. So I'm like, whatever. And I keep going. I'm in my car and I'm going. And this car, I would say the weird thing, like it was very reminiscent of a car I had. But the weirdest thing about it to me is I don't remember what car it was. Because I've had so many cars, y'all. But it was a car where I ain't had no regular radio. In this car, it was like I had to have the cassette player that has the string on it where you can hook up your phone. But it's like my phone, obviously, my phone don't have the little cord where I would even be able to do it that way. So I had all kind of gadgets going on trying to hear music in my car. Baby, I've had that happen so many times. You know what I'm saying? The person that I have been buying cars through, like, going through my son's father's friend, every time this man tried to sell me a car, ain't no radio. And I don't know if it's really a situation where the car is not coming with a radio, or if this man is taking the radio out the car so he can make money off the radio and off me buying the car, which is very frustrating. Because you know what? I will pay you an extra $200 if you would just leave the radio in there, sir. What is the point? What is confirmation? What is the point? You know what I'm saying? It's so frustrating. It's so annoying. And I'm just sick and tired of people being petty for no reason. Move it on. Maybe I need to stop buying my cars from him because that's something. Anyways, in this car, I do have a radio, but I have to like rig it to get it to work. And I got my phone hooked up to the radio. I decided to go for a ride. I'm just going for a ride. I am just cruising, which I have not, you know what I'm saying, just cruise in a minute, but I'm just cruising. I'm just cruising. You know what I'm saying? I'm just riding around the city, riding to this place, riding by that place. And it's not even a situation like I don't have it in my mind that I'm not going out. Don't plan on going to no club. I'm not trying to go do this, that. I'm just cruising around the city, seeing what has changed, seeing what's going on, watching people doing what people do. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and go lay it down. Go to a little restaurant hadn't been to in years. We go slide by my restaurant, which is funny. I think this is a funny thing about this dream is the restaurant that I went to in my dream. I have dreamed about it before, but it does not exist. So in my dream, it felt like a familiar place, but in reality, I ain't never seen this restaurant. Anyways, y'all, I get to the restaurant. And while I'm there, one of the people that is working at the restaurant, which is funny because I think she was working at that restaurant in one of my other dreams. But anyway, she working at the restaurant. And she see me and she like, hey. And this is like somebody that I know of as, it's like, I saw her as a friend, but I also had to know it that her brother is my ex. Okay, so it's like she's a friend of mine. I see her as somebody I get along with very well, but also her brother is my ex, and because of that, she's someone I hadn't talked to in a long time. But anyways, we see each other. And she's happy to see me, and she's smiling at me, and I order my, as always in my dreams, y'all, don't judge me, catfish and fries, okay, or catfish and fried rice, please, okay, anyway. Anyways, I put my order in, and I give her the money. As I'm looking in my purse, I noticed that my money is not where I placed it, and that it's like the bills are all over the place, and I'm like, somebody got me for some money. Okay, I can tell somebody was the went in my wallet, the went in my purse, went in my wallet, then scrambled around with my stuff. And I left this part out because it's just taking me so long just to give this dream. This dream is so long. But while I was at the gas station, I did in fact leave the driver's side open, and I was doing something on the passenger side. I was taking forever to pump the gas in. It was just like, it was a lot going on. And then of course I was mesmerized by the cliff with the clouds and all that was going on over there. So, and anyways, as I'm saying this, I'm just like, I'm frustrated, but I'm like, it is what it is. You know, what can you do? Okay, I know ain't nobody in the restaurant then took the money. I was the only person in the car. The gas station is gone now. So it's just like, So as I'm doing that, the guy behind me says, "Oh, somebody took your money. Somebody took your money." He tried to give me $100 bill, and I'm like, "No, sir, please." And it's like he gave it to me in a disrespectful. I was like, "No, sir, you can keep your money, okay, sir. I didn't say it was you, sir. I know it wasn't you, sir." And as I turn around to get my change, she hands me $100 bill and says, "Keep it." And she also tells me that they are having a party and that I should come. And I'm like, are you sure it's okay? Do your brother know that I'm gonna be coming to the party? And she's like, no, but still, see you there. Okay. And she walks off. And so I go and I'm waiting for my food. And I'm waiting for a long time. I say this because I think that my order is finished and I realize it's not my order, and I like end up having to sit down and wait for quite some time. My dream actually ends there. Okay. At the end of the dream, I hear the song by Dundria, "You're the One." I feel it all over my body. I dream about you when I'm asleep. You're the one for me. You're the one for me. All the signs say that ever since the day we laid eyes on each other, babe. You're the one for me. You're the one for me. I don't believe we were put together not to be together. And I don't believe there's anyone out there that can love you better. I don't believe. I feel it all over my body. The scripture comes from Ezekiel 33. The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, speak to your people and say to them, when I bring the sword against the land, and the people of the land choose one of their men and make him their watchman, and he sees the sword coming against the land and blows the trumpet to warn the people, then if anyone hears the trumpet but does not heed the warning, and the sword comes and takes their life, their blood will be on their own head. Since they heard the sound of the trumpet but did not heed the warning, their blood will be on their own head. If they had heeded the warning, they would have saved themselves. But if the watchman sees the sword coming and does not blow the trumpet to warn the people, and the sword comes and takes someone's life, that person's life will be taken because of their sin, and I will hold the watchmen accountable for their blood. Okay, so here's the message for whoever this is for. When you were in this relationship, you were the watchman. And, take it however you want. And I feel like this is somebody that you are a prophet. Just how at the beginning I kept talking about how sometimes I don't even know if a message is for me. It might be for somebody else. I don't even recall, you know what I'm saying, being really cool like that with any of my ex and sisters like that. But I just feel like this is for somebody. You are the watchman. And you were the watchman. And what in this relationship, in this family dynamic, you were the watchman. And when you were entered into this family, you started regulating stuff. And I feel like you weren't taking, it may be a situation where it wasn't accepted. They didn't like it. They felt some kind of way about you trying to regulate stuff. And it wasn't that you were regulating stuff because you were trying to be mean. It wasn't that you were trying to be controlling, but you were trying to let people know, hey, if you keep doing that, that's not good. Okay. That's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what they doing. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody getting mad at you, just like I said, in his dream, I was asking, do he know I'm coming? Because I don't think he really want to see me. You know what I'm saying? If it's the type of situation where your person was cheating on you, okay, and don't let it be like what I'm thinking, like I'm being reminded of right now are the messages about the person that they on the DL. This person on the DL, and you telling them, you know what I'm saying? You like, maybe you hinted to them, you didn't even know that it was about them, that's wrong. They carry on. You find out it's them, and you tell them, nah, I'm not down with that. That's not what's up. And you know what I'm saying? They get mad or whatever. I just feel like this is somebody that they took offense. They took offense to you telling them the truth. They took offense to that. It made them feel some kind of way. It made them feel as though you are, I just feel like they tried to write you off as controlling and you're mean. And your mindset, you don't understand. You don't understand them, and you don't understand this, and you don't understand that. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, you just like, you know what, that's fine. That's fine. I even think the situation of like how I explained how it is when you don't have a car and you in an area, you basically stuck in that area. Versus when you have a way to get around, especially like in Houston, because it's very hard to get around without a car in Houston. But especially but once you have one, you able to, move around. And I just feel like that is like a basis of what you have going on. Like at first you were kind of in a box towards this person and their family. For some of you, it could be a situation where their family didn't even know. Their family had no idea why y'all really broke up. They thought that y'all broke up because of something else. And eventually they found out. Regardless if they found out because they know somebody that you know, or if they found out because they caught this person red-handed doing some stuff. Regardless of what happened, or this, it could even be a situation like I just feel like something happened to where they found out. Something happened to where they found out, and they now know what really happened. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real and say, I know me personally, I wouldn't want to go back and be with somebody that had all that going on. But I'm just being real. But anywho, It could be something that's not that serious. It could be somebody that has something else going on. I pray, like, you know what I'm saying. Maybe it's somebody that had an addiction, or maybe they had some other kind of problem. Maybe they just refuse to work, or they just refuse to do this. They refuse to do that. Whatever it is, it's a situation where you were seen as somebody that was just always pointing your finger, and in reality, you were working as watchmen. You were basically just saying what God told you to say. It's not a situation where you were trying to be mean. It's not a situation where you were trying to hurt anybody's feelings. It's not a situation where you were just trying to make everybody out to seem as though everybody is bad except for you. But it's a situation where God instructed you to say something, because if you didn't say it, they wouldn't have heard it. And if they wouldn't have heard it, they would have for sure fall into their sin. And it's a difference between somebody that fall to their sin because they ain't know no better, than somebody that fall to their sin because they knew better. Because at least if you know better, you have the opportunity to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like for some of you, it could be a situation where you will be telling this person the truth about the matter, and they will ignore you and carry on with their sin. That's on them. God says that is on them. If they insist on carrying on doing sin and doing evil and being lustful and doing whatever it is that they had going on, even after you were telling them the truth of the matter, and that they were buying a straight ticket to hell, that's their business. But God says your job, your duty as watchmen is to tell the truth. And the truth of the matter is, if they carry on doing that, they going to hell. Period. If they refuse to repent, they refuse to turn away from their sin, they themselves are giving, it's like they're causing their own damnation. And that's the message. And for whoever this is for, I just feel for one, God is expanding you. And part of it, this is for some of you, this is partly why. You have actually touched people, you have affected people, and it's not in a bad way, it's in a good way. Just like in this dream, I was just riding around and I saw somebody that I knew of her because I already had her number, but I didn't remember her. But she remembered me to such an extent that she wanted me to take her number before I left. And then I, get to the food place and I see somebody else I know. And this is somebody that I'm like, I don't even know, typically I'm going to be real. I don't know if I would even want my ex's sister cooking my food and handling my food. She invited me to a party and giving me the money that I lost. And it's just like, I'm like, but I feel like for whoever this is for, you have touched people and you have affected people in such a way. And it's good because, it's a difference between somebody that's just always going around trying to give advice and they giving wrong advice. You know what I'm saying? I remember, that's a bad example. But I remember one time I was going to a dance and my mama kept insisting that I should wear some outfit that like a church outfit. And I was like, why would I wear that? And she's like, no, this is what everybody's going to be wearing. I get that. I'm the only person dressed like that. My friends like, why are you wearing that? And in reality, it's like, they just feel so bad for me. Okay. It was like, oh. And it's like they argue me down. But it's different. And it's a difference between that and somebody that's right. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like somebody that's just you know what I'm saying? You gotta do, you're doing a math problem and they tell you doing it all wrong and you feel like you're doing it right and they keep telling you doing it wrong and you keep getting the wrong answer and you insist on doing it the wrong way and getting the wrong answer and you end up flunking. I just feel like it's a difference. It's a difference. And in this situation, it's like I just feel like for whoever you are, you have touched people in such a sense to where they have a positive reaction to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that my mom was just a bad person because she wanted me to be covered at a middle school dance. But I will also add that it didn't work. Don't judge me. But I'm just telling the truth. It did it. And I guess that's why, me as like I see things from a different perspective. I feel like my generation in general, we see things from a different perspective because a lot of things that we have went through as children, it didn't work. Like it did not work. It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. I truly believe that being mean to your child and being overbearing and being controlling and like all that, it does not work. It don't do nothing but run your kids away. Period. 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 It makes, and then on top of that, it makes them want to be more sneaky. It teaches your child how to be more sneaky instead of trying to build a relationship with your child. Don't mean y'all got to be best friends, but build a relationship with your child. And then maybe they will openly tell you things because they like, you know what I'm saying, they trust you, but boundaries anyways. Whoever this is for, like that may be a situation with you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a situation where you know how to build boundaries. And like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you realize that what the person is doing is a sin, you condemn them without making them feel as though they are just they're doomed forever, and like for all everything is gonna fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Like I try not to do that. I try to tell the truth. While you know what I'm saying, if that's the way you want to live your life, do your thing, but understand that God is not okay with that. And that's just me being real. It's no other way that I can say it, to be honest. Like, it's ways I can make it mean. I could be mean with it, but I don't see why that's necessary. I don't see why that's called for. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, it's kind of like God uses you to speak to people. And it could be a situation where somebody was living a lustful life and you were used to speak to them to let them know, look, this lustful life, the way that you live in your life is not good. God is not okay with that. Like, you don't have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, even just like the example that I use, like, just because I was dressed the way I was dressed don't mean that all of a sudden by the boy that I liked, I think I even the boy that I liked that was interested in me didn't recognize me and he went and talked to somebody else. No. It didn't work. Oh man. But anyways, I just feel like it's a situation where it's a difference between just gradually, you know what I'm saying? Just gradually doing things to help people. And for whoever this is for, regardless if they listened or not, or they took heed or not. Because, even thinking back to the situation at the gas station, it would you would think that she was the one that took the money because, you know what I'm saying? That's where the money went missing. She was the only person I knew up there, but at the same time, she wasn't the only person up there. And because of that, I didn't just assume that it was her. And I just feel like one other thing is, you're not judgmental. You don't, for whoever this is for, you are not the kind of person where you are always judging people. You are not always assuming the worst about people. Like, no matter what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you did find out that somebody you were involved with was on the low. They was gay on the low. And you were like, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do your thing. But I'm not interested. I don't get down like that. Because that's not right. You know what I'm saying? And you like, I just feel like you have all rights. Nobody can get mad at that. Nobody can get mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can get mad at that. I just feel like you just like, it's cool, but it's not cool. Like, it's cool. I know. And that's you have all rights to do that. You have all rights to feel how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the whole movement that they have going on is everybody should be able to live their life the way they want to. You are included. You know what I'm saying? You are included. If you don't want to be with somebody that got that kind of stuff going on, that shows you that is your right. You do not have to. And I just felt like regardless of what it is, this is somebody that was moved by you. Okay. And something that you did. It could even be a situation, like I said, where they were told that something else happened that didn't happen. And through you, they found out the truth. Long story short, it could be a situation where they thought that you were the one that were doing wrong. Maybe they thought you were cheating. Maybe they thought you were being controlling. Maybe they thought you were trying to, like, I just feel like this person may have been going around and telling people that you were the one that was doing all of these things. And once again, the card is representing this. The card is representing someone that is kind of secluded, like you can't really get out, you can't really do so much. But the fact that now you are able to move around and you are able to expand your reach. For some of you, it may be a situation where nobody really knew your side of the story. They only knew that person's side of the story. And now that they know your side of the story, they feel terrible. They feel awful because it's not fair for them to just look at you that way when you're not the one that did wrong. And I know some people will anyways. That's my son, and I'm going to stand by my son regardless. That's my daughter. I'm going to stand by my daughter regardless. That's my sister. That's my brother. And I ain't even going to be honest, I can't knock it. I can't knock it. I can't knock it because I'm the same way. Like, I'm going to be loyal to my people. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I'm just going to be mean to somebody else. And they're not even wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like some people take it overboard. They take it to an extent to where they are actively bullying, actively harassing, and actively just being nasty to sometimes even trying to be abusive, like literally trying to fight and harass somebody over their friend, over their relative or whatever. And that's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of it. It's none of your business. And I dealt with this before with somebody. Annie was trying to fight me, and I was like, bro, if you come down here, you're gonna get whooped. Stay out of it. It really ain't none of your business. Okay? And that's just real. Stay. Sorry, y'all. I'm being real. I'm so serious. The 80s tried to jump on something I was talking about, and I was like, baby, let me tell you about life, okay? You need to mind your business. Anyways, but like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just real, you know what I'm saying? While simultaneously, I'm not gonna let nobody, do a family member wrong. Like, if they trying to do something evil, they being manipulative, they being stalkerish, they being weird, they being creepy, and they like, nah, I'm not finna just let somebody just do somebody that is supposed to be a family member akin to me or somebody close to me, like just whatever. But at the same time, that don't mean that I'm going to assist my family member in doing them or whatever. And it's just like, I basically mind my own business. I like to mind my own business. I like to stay out of it because I don't know what happened. And to be honest, I really like doing that. I like staying out of it. If it ain't got nothing to do with me, I say unless somebody asks me, and I like, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I like to stay out of it. The last time I got involved with somebody mess, they called me talking about the guy was doing this, that, and the third. So I pull up with my friend and we get and the guy is trying to leave and she's trying to make him stay. And every time she try to make him stay, he's swinging. And I'm like, well, to solve the problem, if you would just let him go, he would not be swinging at you and I wouldn't even have to be here. And it was just, you know what I'm saying? But I try to stay out of it because it ain't none of my business. I try to stay out of stuff that ain't none of my business. That's the mess. This has went on for entirely too long. And I don't know who this message is for. The enemy was attacking this message like crazy. I don't know why. God said that and it could just simply, it may not even be a situation where this person in particular, you are intended to be with them, but it could be that God is saying that he chose you for this specifically. You are very good at what you do to such an extent that when you see people from your past in the future, in the future, when you are able to see people that you have known from way back then, they will greet you. They will greet you. They will be glad to see you. They will be happy to say hello to you. They like, I just feel like you are someone, you have helped a lot of people, and you have done it in a way that it's like you're not trying to offend nobody. And even like thinking about how in this dream I was basically I was riding around the hood. I was at a hood gas station. I wasn't harmed. Ain't nobody trying to mess with me or nothing like that. I just feel like this is somebody that God is saying, you are very well protected. You are very well liked. You are very well respected. You are the kind of person that it's not you're not the kind of person where you don't get along with people because you telling the truth. It's nothing wrong with what you're doing. You are helping, okay? It's a difference between somebody that is trying to help and somebody that is trying to hurt somebody. Like I said, if it was a situation where you was with somebody and they had that going on, like in reality, they hurting you because they not telling you the truth. And that's not real. That's not real. That's fraud. They should tell you what they have going on before y'all even get anything going. Why? Like I don't understand. That is a big problem in that community of people that want to be accepted but insist on lying to people that they are interested in being in a relationship with. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't comprehend. But like I said, you possibly just saw, you know what I'm saying? That's cool if that's your thing, but I'm not okay with that. I don't agree with it, and I'm not attracted to nobody that got that going on. And I told my stance on that. I don't care what the man got going on. I don't care if he is giving or receiving. I am not attracted to no man that is interested in sleeping with another man. No, thank you. Mm-mm. 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 I'm good. I lay in the bed by myself. I prefer to lay in the bed by myself. And that's spirit. And that's the message. That's the message. God is saying, you carry on. And understand that it's not going to be a situation where you're going to end up somewhere and it's going to be a crowd of people with pitchforks trying to chase you down the street because you ain't never did nothing to nobody. You haven't really harmed. It's not a situation where you have actually caused anybody some kind of harm. You're not the kind of person where you have tried to embarrass anyone. You're not the kind of person where you're trying to ruin someone's life. You're not the kind of person where you're trying to bully, harass, or, you're not doing nothing like that. This is like, that's where, when you do stuff like that to people, that's where you make people hate you. But when you are the kind of person where you just try to have a conversation with someone and you let them know, look, what you doing, God is not okay with that. If that's what you want to keep on doing, you do your thing. But I'm just letting you know. Okay. And I feel like you will turn the conversation over to something else completely and carry on being friends. Like, I like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the message. God's saying that you good. Okay. I don't know who needed to hear this or what it is. I don't know what's going on, what's next in the chapter of your life, like, whatever. But as God expands your territory, you're going to be good. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. This message went on for 40 minutes. That is crazy. Deuces.